Welcome back, everybody, to the Speedway Review. Chris Burns here with you, along with Corey Huffnagel, Jordan Balasico, and our special guest tonight, Ryan Roulette from the ARCA series, Mr. Gamble himself. First things first, Ryan, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
Good. It's not too bad in North Dakota these days. Got some warm weather. So pretty happy.
You said North Dakota. What part of North Dakota are you in?
Up north in Minot, about 20 miles from here.
Okay. Real quick, can you give everybody a little background on your racing career?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been doing this for a long time now. It kind of started at the end of high school, and I'm in my mid-30s now. So like I said, in high school, I didn't do a lot of racing. I kind of chased my buddies around and their dads down there in Iowa, kind of living outside of Knoxville there. Really getting a chance to see the World Outlaws and the sprint cars then when, Smoke was there, Tony Stewart today, kind of growing up and checking that out. So for me, I didn't start at a young age. Like you see a lot of my competitors right now where they start out at 5 years old overall. I mean, you can see my kid's cart next to me. He turned 5 a few months ago and he's already racing, right? So it's definitely a different world than I grew up in. But I started out on the dirt track. I've been doing that ever since I don't know, early to mid 2000s there. And I just kept working up. I'm a sprint car guy by nature. That's kind of what I do on the daily. But every once in a while I get the golden opportunity to go race in the ARCA series, and that's where I kind of sit today.
And how did you end up on the ARCA series? Somebody gives you a call, you made calls yourself?
Yeah, great question. So again, as a dirt guy, that's always been local, and I moved around a lot in my life. I never really had an opportunity to see a lot of asphalt. North Dakota, for example, has 0 asphalt tracks. I think we have a couple drag strips, but nothing that's an oval or a road course or anything like that. So what it really came down to was I started making a name for myself in the dirt series. I got connected with a wonderful guy named Jesse Awuji that races in Xfinity, a real good friend of mine. And, one day we were talking, I don't know, 3 years ago maybe, about the possibility of, taking my experience from dirt and my resume from dirt and kind of crossing over to asphalt. And next thing you know, I was in contact with some teams out in California for late models and pro late models. Went and gave that a try and really found a whole different discipline in racing that I didn't fully understand or appreciate. I mean, you can see it on TV. I've watched NASCAR growing up and everything, big Formula One fan, but I hadn't really experienced it. So it's really Jesse that kind of got me to convert over and try out asphalt, and it's really taken off from there.
And how did you end up meeting Jesse? Because he's been a guest on our show, and we really, really want to push anything Jesse does going forward.
Yeah, so Jesse's a Naval Academy graduate. I'm an Air Force Academy graduate.
Congratulations. Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service.
Yeah, and we kind of got linked up that way. It's kind of a friend of a friend of a friend, and I kind of heard about what he was doing when he raced for Patriot Motorsports a long time ago, and saw what he did, and I got linked up with him, and we definitely connected, having a very similar background in that regard. He's now active duty Air Force today. And we kind of connected that way, and he's been definitely a mentor of mine to help me figure out how do I navigate the world of serving in our military as well as racing at such a high level.
Fantastic. All right, Jordan, it's your show. Take it away. Jordan.
All right. Hey. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, we said this before air, Ryan actually reached out to me through the World of Auto Racing podcast page saying, hey, I'm interested in an interview. This was right before his Phoenix race. So Ryan, welcome. Finally got you here. Is there anything you want to tell the viewers where your next race is, and if it's a track coming up soon?
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I got things lined up. I got a couple things being put together right now for ARCA. I don't have an exact date or track lined up for that. I am looking at doing some super trucks down in Tucson here shortly. Continue to do some sprint car stuff here in North Dakota. But as for my next ARCA race, again, I might pop up in 2 weeks, or it might be a couple months. So there's a lot of moving around the background right now.
Now, what team are you affiliated with in the ARCA series?
So far, I've raced for 3 different teams. So with my schedule in the military, it makes it a little difficult, unfortunately, to commit to one team. And often it turns into, what do I have available, as in time constraints I'm working with, and then trying to work in a schedule across different teams. So I currently work with 2 teams overall. It'd be Last Chance out of the West Coast. That's Andrew Tuttle's team. I work with him quite a bit overall, and then I also work with Fast Track out on the East Coast with Andy Hillenberg. Are the two teams I'm sort of affiliated with for the most. Still working through the idea of being on one team and finding that right fit that goes both coasts. As much as I enjoy working on the West Coast, I need to have the ability to kind of go east, and the cars are different and the requirements are different between the two. So right now I kind of bounce back and forth between the two, but hopefully here soon I can lock in a deal with the team and kind of ride it out for a while.
That's fantastic. Jordan, I didn't mean to step on your toes. Jordan?
I'm here. Sorry, my Wi-Fi's lagging. So, but I'm here.
All right,
So,
tis what it is.
Yep. So, when you raced in Phoenix, what was the which team was it that you had raced for when you was in Phoenix? And was it the 84 car?
Yeah, so I raced in Phoenix last year for P1M. That was with Joe Nava's team in the 77. And then this year, at the beginning of the year, I raced for Last Chance in 85 for Tuttle. Definitely blessed to have my first start be at Phoenix and to get that approval with my background and everything. I didn't start on a short track on asphalt. They put me all the way up to, well, Phoenix is a short track, but for a guy that, a big dirt track, a 1 mile track was massive to me. And the speeds were amazing. But to be able to race that at the end of last year and then to get a chance to do it again at the beginning of this year, really pick off where I left off and see the growth and experience even over one race overall was exponential for me. So hopefully I get a chance to run Phoenix again this year. It's definitely the one I've ran the most, and I've learned a lot there, and I keep getting better there. So hopefully I get another chance.
Which brings up a great question. You said you grew up, you watched NASCAR, you got a semi-late start, late high school, unlike a lot of the kids that are put into a cart right after they're potty trained. And you get a chance to race on Phoenix and some of these other tracks that you've seen on television growing up. The first time you strapped into what I would call, others would call a NASCAR track, but one of these big time series tracks.
Yeah.
Can you walk through the emotion? You're strapping into the car, your helmet's on, you're buckled in, you're like, good granny, I'm here.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It was huge for both my wife and myself. So I married into a family that didn't watch NASCAR. Problem one. But I converted her over, and she's really big into it, and we actually do fantasy together and everything else, and I track it. You guys do different picks every week. But it was very interesting for us that had been to other tracks like Texas or Chicagoland when I ran there, Michigan, Bristol, and you always walk up as a fan. And I did the same thing. I know kidding went the night before the race. The trucks were racing that night. I scoped out the track, tried to figure out where all the entry points were. I didn't know anything. I didn't know where I was supposed to get into the track, more or less where the truck's going to pull in the hauler. So I scoped it out, and I remember walking up to the track with her that night, and you just see how big it is, and the mentality was different. It was no longer, hey, we're coming here as a fan of the sport. I'm going to go rent the REI headset or racing electronic headset. I'm going to listen to the race and do all the things. Now it's, hey, I'm actually walking up to this track to scope it out and watch the trucks, their speed in, their turn points, their braking points, what references are they trying to use overall, and take kind of what I learned a little bit on iRacing for the basics of the track and then try to apply it to what I'm seeing in person. And then the next day when I showed up in the morning, the car sitting out there, my name's on the side of it. We went through tech inspection, but now it's physically in the pit row. And I got a great picture. I had to send it to you sometime of me standing in front of the 77, the first car I raced in ARCA, with the stand. And it was absolutely amazing. those days for us go really fast, believe it or not. It's just one thing after another. Either it's inspections or go get your picture taken for maybe the ARCA website, or fan signature sessions, walking across the stage, and next thing you know, you're in the car and it's like, holy crap, I'm lining up right now, and here we go. So it's hard to explain, especially growing up and watching it. And it's one thing to watch a football game and be like, hey, I got a chance to go be on the Cincinnati Bengals field or something, like, right? Like, oh, I got to see fireworks tonight. That's really cool. It's another thing to be in the sport that you love and participated on that field, or in this case at Phoenix.
And I can only imagine the only thing missing, you're on the grid, you're walking to your vehicle. Like you said, you see your name, you see the number. Oh my God, this is mine. The only thing missing is that doofus Mikey Waltrip coming to talk to you.
Right. Yeah. I think ARCA needs that. Somebody to run around and cause some grief.
That would be great. And I think, something that for me is missing from ARCA racing is some of that, I guess comedy is the best word, where you have, on the Cup Series, you have Michael Waltrip doing that. You got the guys doing Put It Out. Even on the Xfinity Series, the Jamie Littles and the Regan Smiths are out there, and they're talking to everybody, and they're lighthearted, and they're having a great time. But when I watch the ARCA Series, it's very buttoned up. We're here to do a job, and we're going to do it, and thank you very much, and my name is John, and what have you. ARCA needs that excitement. The racing is fantastic. The presentation, you could do better giving me a piece of bread, Well,
I'll stay out of that portion, but
please do, because I don't want you to lose your job.
Yeah, right. No, what I would say is a lot of the drivers in ARCA, again, they're younger or they're older. Like we have very vastly different personalities. And I think what you're referring to with those announcers and the bigger series is those announcers come out and actually help bring out the personalities of the drivers, and you get the opportunity to kind of see a little bit about them. And I always enjoy when they go up to someone overall, and you can tell they're having a conversation that's definitely between the two of them. There's a hidden message in there. Bill Elliott had that happen last weekend. As you stand there, like, yeah, I'll see you this weekend, or we go fishing. I'm like, whoa, where'd that come from with Michael Waltrip? So I think that's, that personality stuff. I agree. It is missing. Hopefully they get an opportunity soon to capitalize on what they see above them that's working, to not only bring out the personality of the personnel that run the series, but also the drivers. Again, we're all way different. Myself and Daniel Dye, way different people, both in life and age and everything else. So.
Well, we had a few weeks ago, listen to me, I'm about to turn 50. A few weeks, could have been 8 months ago. We had Christian Eckes on, former ARCA champion. And you see him on television, like, again, buttoned up straight. Yes, I went out and ran this race and it was fantastic, and I'm the champion, and this is how it is. He came on the show, and that was one of the funniest people I've ever spoken to. Yeah. You're climbing up that ladder right now. You've got so much personality, but it doesn't come through on the screen. You as a driver, if you have the opportunity, let's say a camera's in front of you, hey, we're talking to Ryan Roulette. What do you think? I'm the gambler, and I'm coming out there, and I'm going to spin the wheel and make the deal. And please don't take any of these catchphrases because they're all dumb, or take them. I don't care. Just make sure you credit me. Right. At the end of the day, what can you do singularly that maybe could bring out the personality in other drivers and make that ARCA pre-race a little bit more exciting?
Yeah, so what I've noticed and where I mainly see it at is when we walk the stage, right? So what you see is the fan presentation. As you can tell, there's a bunch of drivers behind it. We go across the stage to say our name, where we're from, the things, right? We wave or whatever. And then after we get off the stage is actually where you see a lot of us talking and hanging out. I think that we start finding those personalities overall. The big series, since a lot of them are full time, they're seeing each other. They almost travel together, right? They go fly home or whatever, but they're constantly around each other. So they build those relationships and friendships and rivalries that can be very well known. And you don't see that a lot in our series. One, a lot of us aren't full time overall. We are a little bit more separated. But believe it or not, we do talk a lot. You often see me with a lot of the old guys. I'm one of the older guys, so I kind of hang out with that crowd. But Raja and his teammate over there, Sanchez, like, they're constantly bantering and having a good time. If you ever get a chance to see behind the scenes.
That's fantastic. And again, the ARCA series, for a lot of people that don't know, a lot of the future and past Cup, how do you want to put it? There's champions that have come from the ARCA series. There are guys currently now that are battling for championships that have come from the ARCA series. It really is that next jump off point from I've done the local bit. Now I'm on this bubbling national circuit, which ARCA is fantastic. For you, and I know everybody says the same thing from Jesse Wuji, Krishnek is Darren Dilly, everybody we've ever talked to, everybody wants to go to the big stage. What is in your mind, what is your progression? Obviously, you'd want to go to the trucks, the X-Fin or the Cup, but in your mind, again, mid-30s, you're not exactly a young buck like a Ty Gibbs. Of course, you don't have a granddaddy that owns the world, but I said that, not him. Remember that.
Yeah,
I'm Chris Burns, and I approve this message. To you, what is your next logical step?
Yeah, so I want to get a few more races in this season. At some of the smaller tracks, get that seat time in. I'm hoping to do some Daytona testing in January is the goal. Start seeing more of the intermediate track, maybe a super Speedway or two by the end of next year. For someone like me who is older, and I'm older than Jesse physically, the Cup is not a possibility for me. I don't have the amount of time and experience on asphalt overall. And again, I kind of started a lot later with this transition into it, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. For me, the truck series.
Tori, shut it down. Killing me. Thank you, sir. That's Corey Calhoun. You'll meet him in a minute.
Awesome.
But continue with your point, sir.
Yeah, so for someone like me who started a lot later, you do see a lot of older drivers sitting in truck. You got a lot of young ones and a lot of older ones there. So my overall goal is give it a year or so, maybe two, and then I want to try to move into the short tracks of the truck series. And I kind of want to plant it there, and that'll probably be the capstone of my career in racing. And from my perspective, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Very few people even get that opportunity at all. I hope and pray I get that opportunity. I have a feeling I'll probably start on the dirt track there. Knoxville or Bristol dirt will probably be something that I start at with my vast experience on dirt. I think that has a logical flow. But again, for someone like me, that's where I want to be. Jesse started a lot earlier in his life, as in crossing over to ARCA and Xfinity and everything, doing very well for himself. I just don't see myself getting quite that high. Not saying it's impossible. Cup, I don't see Cup at all, but I might get a chance one day to debut or highlight a race or two in Xfinity. But again, as a truck guy, that'd be more than happy there. That's where I want to be. And if I could find a way there and run it until they won't let me race cars anymore, that'd be perfect.
Before I throw it to Jordan and Corey and possibly Tori, I just want to remind you that Dick Trickle was a Cup Rookie of the Year at 48 years old. Please don't ever forget that.
Yeah, crazy, right?
I remember being a young kid. Okay, I was 17. I wasn't that young. And, Rusty Wallace wins the championship, and the Rookie of the Year is Dick Trickle. Wait, he's older than dirt. I watched him on the ARCA series for years and years, but he's the Rookie of the Year. There's nowhere to go but up. And it seems like for me, you have the right attitude. I'm just going to keep plugging. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And if it gets there, it gets there. And if it doesn't, I'm happy doing what I've done. And I can't say enough good things. I can't salute you enough. Good luck in everything, man. And now these two jabronis are going to take over.
Awesome. Sounds great. And thank you. Like I said, I've been blessed so far, and I'm hoping to keep pushing it. And again, I think a truck it'll be great for me. I like a loose car, and those things are all over the place. So put me in.
Fantastic. Who wants to start, Jordan or Corey?
Ryan, is there any specific team in the truck that you'd like to race for, or you just want to go out there and just race for anybody that offers you a ride?
I wouldn't say anybody. What I found that works really well for me currently is I like small teams overall. The team that has one truck on the track, but they probably have 5 or 6 in the background. A family-owned team, if you will, is kind of where I make my bread and butter. I like the idea of the 70s, 80s, maybe early 90s racing, where it's you and the boys and everybody knows each other super well. And I really like that aspect of it versus maybe some of the bigger teams that like Thor Motorsports. Absolutely amazing. They do great work. I don't see them being a fit for me. Whereas some of those smaller teams, I could see being where I would fit in well overall, trying to move forward. If Wood Brothers were in the truck series, that's where I'd want to be.
I got bad feelings about the Wood Brothers. I'm just going to leave it there.
Oh boy.
Fair enough.
Boy. Oh boy.
Matty D should still be in that car. That's all I'm going to say.
I might not disagree, but if I get a chance to the trucks and learn from them, that'd be awesome.
Now, see, at the end, guys, when I say, where can we find you on the internet? Where can I get some gear? I'm ordering a Ryan Roulette t-shirt. That's all there is to it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You agree with me? You win. If you don't, well, I don't care anymore. That's not entirely true. I disagree with Corey all the time.
Oh, shut up.
Yes, sir. So why don't you ask the question, Corey?
By the way, Chris, I was just going to say this, like, when you were coughing earlier, like, were you going to die earlier?
No, I was not.
Chris, do me a favor.
Go ahead.
Please don't die.
I hate you right now.
Yeah, Ryan, it's an inside joke. It's
Sure.
it's on a different podcast show that Chris does mostly. So,
And if you ever want to find it, it's called Dysfunction Junction. You can steal it wherever you get your favorite podcast from.
yes, sir.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you what we talked about this week. We're just going to leave it alone. We're talking to Ryan Roulette.
We're gonna bury that hatchet. Yeah,
we're talking to the gambler right now, and we're getting some insight. Jordan, what do you got, kid? Stop watching Degrassi and come back to the show. Here we go. There he is, my man.
Corey, you go ahead, baby.
All righty. So Ryan, so I'm looking on your stats right here, and it says here that you only ran like one race in 2022 on the ARCA East and ARCA main series, whatever it is, and so forth. And also you ran one race in the West Series as well. Do you have a favorite, like, series that you like to run on, like whether if it's like either like the main series or like the ARCA East or West Series, or do you just like all three of them like in between?
Yeah, they're all the same but way different, right? East Series has those legendary tracks and has a lot of the awesome tracks in it. Unfortunately, the East Series doesn't bring a lot of car counts right now. I know they're working stuff mainly because the main series guys all live out there. Main series overall, all they do is hit the big punch tracks, right? You want to run Kansas, you want to run whatever, right? That's where they're all at. So that's what makes that unique. And the West Series I find interesting is they have Phoenix and Sonoma. Portland's on there too. But outside of that, a lot of it's a lot smaller tracks. And outside of Bill McAnally and Jerry Pitts, with Takuma and whatnot, it seems it's a little more even on the West Coast. I do enjoy those races a lot over there where you don't have to be extremely well funded, if you will, and you have a chance to put up a decent finish overall. Bill McAnally and his team, like, good luck catching them. Same with the Sunrise Ford team. They're really good as well. But we're talking about a couple teams versus main series and East Coast where you just have so many teams that are extremely good with super talented drivers and super amazing programs. It is super hard to hang in there with the Gibbs team or hang in there with the Venturini team and whatnot. So I actually do enjoy the West Coast series a lot. It's definitely more, it's not grassroots, so it's not the right word.
No.
But it's definitely a little bit more old school feel with who you're getting out there overall.
Right. And see, like, I always like watching the ARCA series, like, and to me, like, I usually watch all the drivers that, that are trying to make a name for themselves. And we've actually seen some drivers who have raced in the ARCA series that have gone up to the NASCAR side, and of course have gone up to all 3 series in between.
Yeah.
One guy that I kind of look at, last year was when Ty Gibbs ended up winning the championship, and he won. I think he won by like probably 67 points by like over like Corey Heim or something like that. And now you see both of those guys running in, the truck series, which of course Corey Heim's running a part-time schedule. And then of course you have Ty Gibbs who's running full-time in the Xfinity series, given the fact that he's running for Joe Gibbs and so forth. The one thing I kind of like about this series is, I like how all these guys like make a name for themselves. And I do like what you said earlier. It has like a different like age group, whether if it's like young drivers and some old drivers in between. And that's the one thing I really like about the most. And I also like how you guys like to run on like various tracks in between, some, whether if it's like, a NASCAR sanctioned track or tracks that, that NASCAR doesn't really race at, but then yet again, ARCA pretty much races on that track in between. And one track I'm actually kind of looking at here is the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, which you ended up racing there a while back. You ended up finishing in the top 10. If you can kindly tell us, like, what did you think about that night and how was your performance?
Yeah, Nashville was something that was on my radar. I'll be honest, the wife had a lot of pull there. She loves Nashville. We talked about maybe retiring one day in Knoxville, so it really fit what we were looking for. And again, I'm a huge follower of Dale Earnhardt and his podcast, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his podcast, and he always talks about the track.
Yeah.
So when that one came up on the schedule and it fit my work schedule, and I was able to work with Fast Track and Annie Hillenberg and a team to put something together for that one with my my teammates and my sponsors, I was definitely excited to go there. Overall, the track is very unique. There's a gigantic soccer stadium next to it that's kind of shadow it if they just get rid of that, which they won't. But
right.
The track was amazing. It definitely had, again, as a dirt track guy, it felt like your state fair or your county fair, right? Like the biggest track in North Dakota.
Right.
It had that feeling to it, but you had the speed, you had the grip, the banking in it. It was an absolute blast to go there overall. Definitely had some issues racing there with the car. Had a couple gear issues there for a while. Definitely could have done a lot better. But I was thankful for the opportunity and working with that team and having a lot of the issues we had with the race, finding ways to be creative while driving the car and not having to come to the pit by flipping all kinds of weird switches and changing the ignitions and hey, run it in third gear for this lap real quick while we try this and that. Made it super unique, and it was definitely a massive team effort to get that car to the finish. It's by far the most tired I've ever been. Getting out of the car was racing there. Phoenix is hot, absolutely, and it's a long race. But I got my butt whooped there in Nashville because it was a combination of pushing the car hard where it could and couldn't go, as well as having those issues. So it's a mental game as well. Trying to sort through what is going on here. What can I do? What can I do myself to adjust how I'm driving it, whether it be the amount of throttle input or input overall, or how do I want to approach these turns to help race this car based off of some of the issues it was having at the time. So again, I'm very proud of that race overall. I think I got the most growth by far out of it. Top 10 is always great.
Yeah.
But man, I busted my tail. I busted my tail for that one, and I
absolutely
for it, which again made me very proud on that race, even if the stat sheets don't reflect as well as they could in some cases.
And a lot of times, to go to your statement, it's not whether you win or lose. It's how you pushed and pushed and pushed and got the position you got. There are times where I've seen a guy finish 4th or 5th or hell, even 11th, and you just know they battled all day long. And then there's the guy in first who just sailed to victory because he had the best equipment or the best this or the best that, or just maybe he got all the breaks. I'd rather see that out of the 11th, 3rd, 2nd, whatever, than see a guy sail to victory. That's just me as a guy sitting on my couch, enjoying a beer, watching the race.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Larson fan, a Bell fan. There's the dirt track in me, right? I do those things. And and yeah, everybody's been listening to what Kyle Larson's crew chief said recently at that track where he just got his butt whooped. Right? I think that was the Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah.
First half of the race is going atrocious, right? And then came back and did well, overcoming adversity overall. Did he win? No, but there's so many great things that happened. That was my experience at Nashville. Everything that could go wrong seemed like it was going wrong. I thankfully wasn't hitting anything. I ended up getting the Reese's Sweet move of the race because I didn't hit someone, which is awesome. But yeah, that was by far the toughest race I've done. As a sprint car guy, I've it's not if you flipped a car, it's when and how many.
Right.
Happens. But in the end, you know, I've definitely been in some bad spots in sprint cars overall. But the amount of work and effort that the team and I went through to finish that race, and that was the goal. About halfway through that race, like, you know what, guys, like, we're having some issues. Let's get this dang thing to the finish. And do what we came here to do, which is get some good experience and some exposure. And, you know, we'll get on to the next one.
I would be remiss if I didn't introduce the politest man in Speedway history, Mr. Torrey Calhoun. And I'm curious to hear what Torrey has to ask or say. And stop posting food porn pictures. You're making me fat just looking at them.
Making me hungry.
Check this out. First of all, Mr. Roulette, which is one of the coolest last names ever.
I know it works.
Yes, sir. Second of all, those three individuals that are above me right now on the screen, see, they're just upset because they're from the north, and us southern boys down here, we know how to cook, and we cook with whatever we get. You understand? So that's just not my problem.
I got a producer on my other show who would battle you and maybe get the win. I'm not sure, but Torrey versus Big Herm could be a battle. That's all I'm saying.
I love to see that. I
would love to do it. I would love to do it.
Volunteer to
all right.
Hey,
but if I had a question though, Mr. Roulette, my only question honestly would be, because when I don't know anyone, I just sit back and let these guys do all the questioning, and I learn more and more about the guests. And I just think that's only polite that I do that instead of faking like I know who you are. You know what I mean? But my one question would be, hell, if you get the call up, are you gonna take it?
If I got it today, gosh.
Oh boy. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So every part of a racer would say, abso-freaking-lutely, let's go. With my age and experience, I also know timing is critical. If you jump into something you're not quite ready for, that call-up can be very short-lived. If that call, hey, we're racing Knoxville, we need to do like now, our driver fell out, 100%, I'm ready to go for that. I'm a dirt guy. He told me, the call-up is here. We're going to put you at Bristol. Let's see how you do. Come out here and race it. I might be a little more hesitant just to see what that call-up looked like. Are we talking a one-time deal and I got to earn my keep? Are we talking a couple ride deal overall? So it really depends on what it looked like and what the track is at this moment. You asked me.
Hold on. Is he asking me to use my imagination with my question?
Do you have an imagination?
All right. Brother, if only you knew. All right. I will give you a scenario, Mr. Roulette. Okay, check this out. We're gonna jump to next year, okay? It's halfway in the season, and you get the call from Joe Gibbs Racing, like, Mr. Roulette, we love the way you've been driving. You've been consistent. You haven't gotten any points taken away. Everybody seems to love you on the track. So we would like to offer you a 2-year deal right now.
Oh, yeah, it'd be real hard to turn down.
And see, Torrey, that's the direction I was kind of going in, where I was gonna throw at Ryan this. We saw Dale Jr. several years ago go through the concussion bit. Jeff Gordon got in the car a couple times, but a relatively unknown named Alex Bowman gets the call, and he runs the partial schedule. Now, only because the flag is right behind me, let's say for the sake of argument, God bless it doesn't happen, Kevin Harvick gets hurt, Ryan Preece isn't quite ready. Who do we call? Who do we call? Hello, Ryan. Tony Stewart here. Yeah, we'd like you to run the 4-car for the remainder of the season. Are you turning that down?
What you gonna do, Ryan? What you gonna do?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a shirt and be like, I was there first.
The first question I would ask is, are we running Phoenix, and can Kevin spot for me? Because that guy's got it figured out.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I don't. There's no way you can turn something that crazy down. But again, there's a lot of pieces in the background you'd have to figure out to make sure you don't go up there and make a fool of yourself and run 2 races and you went too early, premature.
Understood, but I gotta. It is a kind of a personal question, and again, we just met. How big of a wooden spoon would your wife hit you with for saying, "I can't believe you turned that offer down"?
Yeah, no, 100%, especially if it's one of the tracks she's dying to go to. We've never been to the Daytona 500, so if I did that, I'm pretty sure we'd have a lot of problems.
Understood.
Hey, you guys, you notice that a lot of the drivers that we have on the show, there's one thing that I'm seeing a very good trend of, and I just offered a ridiculous scenario, and you did too. And his exact words for both responses to both questions was he did not want to go up there if he was not ready. Do you understand what I'm saying right there? He's
Sure.
hungry. He's hungry, but yet he's smart enough to know I would do it, but I don't think I'm ready yet. And that right there tells me, just like everyone before, that he's willing to do his time, learn everything he needs to know. And then when he feels he's ready, then he'll accept the offer. And I love that and I respect that, sir.
Yeah,
Absolutely. You can be Matt Ryan or you can be Marcus Mariota. You have to make the choice. You could be the cream of the crop or you can be also ran. And I like where Ryan went with that answer is if I don't feel I'm ready, okay, but I still got to listen to the missus. I want to go to Daytona. You got to do what you got to do. Happy wife, happy life. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I'm not married.
Yeah, no, it's crazy world out there.
Yeah.
Big time. Oof. Yeah, that'd be a lot of talks.
Understood. If there's one racing dream you have right now, and I know we've covered, we can move to truck, we could do this, we could do that. If you died tomorrow, God bless, that doesn't happen. Or let's say you're given a year to live. What is your one racing dream you want to realize before that unfortunate time comes?
Yeah, Bristol night truck. I've thought about it for a long time.
Fantastic.
I love the short tracks. Again, I haven't raced a super speedway, so that's, I am a little biased. I grew up loving that race. I try to watch every race every weekend when I can. I record them, right, and I'll watch them at night if I have to. But the Bristol race is always on my schedule. I cleared the dang weekend. I do all the things for Bristol. That is my personal Super Bowl, if you will. So that'd be the dream overall. And I'd also love to go see Lamar drive it. I'm not that crazy, but I would love to be out there and be a part of that whole deal.
It's fantastic. A lot of the guys we talk to that are short track wizards, if you will, always point to Bristol, Richmond, Martinsville, places like that. And you mentioned Daytona. But I have to ask, are the road courses in your wheelhouse? Would you take a ride if they said, hey, so-and-so got sick, we need someone to get in this truck at Watkins Glen?
Yeah. So another part of my background I didn't mention earlier is I've been to Germany a lot. So I have some time on a Nürburgring ring, actually, and a BMW M5 sport car series that I did out there quite a bit. Not a ton of races, if you will. We're talking sub 10. I do have a little background there. I don't have anything in a heavy car like we're driving now with the crap brakes compared to an M5. But no, absolutely. The biggest bonus to your road courses from my perspective is there's no wall for the most part. If you mess up this turn, you're going to sail it into the dirt and it is what it is. And you can get out of there and recover from it. I really think would be an excellent opportunity for me and something that you may see me looking at here very soon.
Okay. So, gentlemen, do you have any questions before we close up? Jordan? Always got to check on you, kid. I never know if you're sleeping.
Ooh.
Oh, he's feeding a baby.
Little one.
Never mind.
There go my little homie.
I
Mercy,
got
mercy
one.
me.
All right.
All right, you gotta love him. You gotta love him when Miss Mercy makes her appearance on the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
We'll go the other way. Corey, what do you got?
All right. So my question to you, Ryan, is so what year did you end up like watching like NASCAR? And when you first started watching NASCAR, like who was your favorite driver?
Yeah.
Growing.
I started watching NASCAR when Rusty Wallace was in the 2 car. That was my man for the longest time.
Wow. Okay.
It's Chris's best friend there.
I eventually converted over to Carl Edwards for a long time there.
Okay.
Now I kind of follow the dirt track guys. But yeah, I got into it a time ago with Rusty out there. Loved that he was out there scrapping, and he was quite the firecracker.
Yeah. The best thing about Rusty Wallace was he was a really good short track guy himself, and anytime like you take him to like either Martinsville or Bristol or North Wilkesboro, he would definitely just dominate and then end up winning the race. And as you see here, he's got the Kodiak car from 1989.
The old 2-step.
There it is.
I got the Dodge too.
The Miller Lite car.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I am Rusty Wallace till the day I die.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
It works fast and you won't stink.
I don't believe it.
Or in his or in the new Skechers commercial, you walk fast.
Oh God. We're not talking about that right now.
I love that.
Oh man.
Okay, so go ahead, Tori, please. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on
bro.
you.
I'm sorry, I forgot I didn't mute my mic. I was saying to myself, I would love to be up where you guys are right now, man. This is like 94 at night. It's killing me. But anyway,
it's going to be 64. It's going to be 64 with the windows open tonight. I'm happy as hell.
Hey, Tori. Tori.
What, man? What?
For Ohio's in a heat wave right now. It's like 97 degrees here.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
It's gonna be 88 here in Boston on Friday. So
that's crazy.
I don't care about the weather. I sweat and I deal with it. I got a couple questions. They're off the cuff, but I ask these of every guest that we have. Sometimes we get fun answers. Sometimes we get nothing. So I'm going to start at the top. What's your favorite movie?
Night at the Roxbury.
Wow, fantastic. Growing up, favorite driver?
Rusty Wallace.
My man. Fan for life now. We got this. What's your favorite meal?
Oh, dang. Chinese in general.
Ooh, I like Chinese. It. What is your favorite music?
EDM. I know I'm old and I should like classic rock, but I'm an EDM guy. I know.
All right. I'll skip the next question, which was, what is the greatest American rock band in history and why is it Kiss?
Metallica.
Metallica's good. I'll buy that. What's your favorite sport that isn't racing?
Football. Played for a long time. Play at the Air Force Academy for a little bit, so that's my thing.
Fantastic. And your favorite sports team?
Patriots.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I even traded it. I grew up in a lot of places, and when I got married, my wife's a huge Twins fan. I said, "Baby, as long as you're a Patriots fan, I'll be a dang Twins."
Well, you just got 2 more fans for life.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that. Well, for you, my friend.
I'm 35 years on this job. I know suffering. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Before we go, where can the fans find you if they wanted to order gear or just interact with you online? Where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm my strongest presence on Instagram at the Ryan Roulette. Believe it or not, there are apparently other of my name out there, and I am too cheap to try to get it from them. So I am the Ryan Roulette on Instagram. That's by far my strongest. On there, you'll find a link tree as well. It's my site, which is RyanRouletteRacing.com. That's where I keep my most up-to-date stuff on those places. I do have Facebook and whatnot, but if you find me on Instagram, you'll find the castle.
All right. Fantastic. pleasure talking to you. Had a great time. I know the other guys. Look, Jordan doesn't even know where he is. There's nothing new. I had a great time talking to you. I'd love to have you back maybe after the season, maybe get your thoughts on what you saw going on in the world of whether it's NASCAR, ARCA, or hell, even on the local dirt tracks.
Yeah.
I'm always, and all of us, I think I can speak for all of us, we're always interested in talking to drivers that not everybody knows about, but hopefully we can bring your name out to other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate you guys having me on here and finally getting Jordan to take my call.
Jordan doesn't take many calls.
No, he's ignoring me. He's like, I don't want to talk to this bum. No.
Wow. Jordan, you got called out, bro.
Yeah.
Answer for it.
Again, it was an absolute blast you guys having me on here. It was a lot of fun working with you guys. And yeah, definitely hit me up later on this season. And hopefully I got 3 more races in there and insights and, big plans.
Hell, if you got an odd Wednesday night out, we can add you into the recap of the week that was in NASCAR.
Yeah. Tell Jordan to hit me up and we'll see if we can work something out.
You heard him, Jordan. Pay attention. All right, my man.
Hey, you got it, man.
All right,
do you want
Ryan,
to talk
thank
dirt
you so
racing?
much.
What about the racing podcast?
Oh, yeah, don't forget, World of Auto. Which side? That side. World of Auto Racing podcast, Monday nights, which I'm never available for because I'm
Tuesday
recording
night.
Dysfunction Junction.
There you go.
I'm busy just recording Dysfunction Junction. That's all I know. And I'll tell you this, Ryan, if you look up the other podcast and you let me know what you think, I will definitely push Ryan Roulette Racing on Dysfunction Junction as long as the day is.
Thanks.
I missed that. My internet clipped out.
But I'll take everything I can get. So thanks for that.
All right. Absolutely. Thank you again, Ryan Roulette. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Ryan.
Awesome. So, gentlemen, how much do we hate Kyle Busch right now?
That's a trick question.
I don't know what happened. So what happened is
Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right. Dude's leaving the room.
What happened, Chris?
What happened? What a great question. Well, this weekend at Sonoma Speedway, the truck racing went on at the DoorDash 250. What is he doing? Oh, he's earbudding.
Yeah, I forgot, guys. That's my fault.
About freaking time. Anyway, the trucks had a race at Sonoma. It was a fantastic race, except for one thing. Kyle Busch dominated and won the freaking race.
What's up, beautiful?
It's at this point where I'm going to repeat what I've said for the last couple years. If you are a Cup Series champion 1 time, 2 times, 5 times, 7 times, God bless you, whoever burped.
Thank you. Continue.
You don't belong on the Xfinity or the Truck Series. If you are a Cup driver who has not won a championship, you need that little extra track time, go down, have fun. Ross Chastain, whomever, I don't care. But Kyle Busch does not belong behind the seat of a Truck Series ride. Not now. Not since he's won his first championship.
Neither does Alex Bowman, neither does Chase Elliott, neither does any of those other Cup drivers. If we're talking about that, I'm going to keep on to this. William Byron went down.
No. I'm going to disagree with you. If you've won a championship on the Cup Series, stay the hell out of the truck. If you are a Cup driver who has not won a championship, have fun. Go down. Mark Martin did it for years.
Now I get it. My apologies, Chris.
Okay. So that's all I've got to – until I do the rundown, that's all I've got to say about the truck race because I was thoroughly pissed off.
I mean, honestly, for me, Kyle Busch winning the truck race on Saturday didn't surprise me because even if you looked at his previous 4 Truck Series starts this year, I mean, heck, there was races where he could have won probably 2, maybe 3, but the odd part about it was that every time he would enter in the truck before, he won this past weekend, he wouldn't win the race. And either A, because the young guys are pretty much beating him, and B, he just doesn't have the good truck to win and so forth. But I would pretty much just say, it didn't really surprise me that he won. And of course, I didn't know the fact that he was starting to be a really good road racer in between. But then yet again, it extends his winning streak now to 62 career wins in the Truck Series, which of course he's still the all-time wins leader in the trucks and whatnot. But all in all, I thought the race on Saturday was good, and other than that, we got to see some really good restarts, and a lot of three wide battle for position, and then everybody was trying to wheel hop the corner, and we saw some guys that spun out and so forth. And not to mention, we also saw Daniel Suarez run the truck race on Saturday because he had to relieve for Carson Hocevar on Saturday. But the one thing that I kind of questioned on was that they did the relief part on lap 10 before the stage break. And that, of course, resulted in Daniel Suarez being 2 laps down and then didn't get the lap back until after stage 3 whatsoever. So my only big question was, why didn't they do this during the stage break? Because if they would have done this during the stage break, they wouldn't have gone 2 laps down and then they would have stayed on the lead lap. Hell, I mean, they would have been on the tail end, but they still would have been on the lead lap, had they would have done that during the stage break instead of before the end of the stage break.
Okay, fantastic question. And in my again, we asked this when we were watching the race here. We don't know what kind of pain Carson Hocevar was going through with his injured leg. There's rumors that it's a broken ankle, a broken leg. There's rumor that it's a small hairline fracture. No matter who we are, none of us are doctors, but I cannot imagine that he would have got out of that car or that truck, as it were, if he wasn't in some severe pain. We're talking about race car drivers. You hear stories of Terry Labonte taping his eyes open. You talk about, guys
Terry
like Rusty Watt. Yeah, dude, that's an old story.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't that Ricky Rudd? Wait,
was that Ricky Rudd? Sorry,
yeah, Ricky Rudd, not Terry.
Terry Labonte
You're welcome.
cut off his leg cast and put on an air cast to drive. Rusty Wallace, who broke his wrist, taped his hand to the steering wheel so he could go out and run the next week after his Talladega wreck and he broke his wrist. We're talking about guys that do things that we normal human beings cannot do and will never understand what it's like. I broke my foot a couple years ago, and it was my acceleration foot. And driving in any particular situation was difficult. Now, that's just going to and from work. I cannot imagine trying to go 350 miles in a car with no AC. Yeah, you got your cool suit, you got all this, but the fact that you made it 10 laps, which is about 30, 35 miles, I got to give it to Carson Hocevar. He got out at the right time. And the fact that they did it then gave Suarez the ability to do 2 things. And we'll talk about the second one later. But the first one is to get a feel for the track in a truck, which is a different beast than a cup car.
Right.
But again, I have to give it to Carson Hocevar. Only he knew when it was time to get out of that truck. And he chose lap 10. So I got to give him credit. I don't think I could have made it 30 miles, 3 times around an 11-turn track with a injured leg, whether it was a hairline fracture, busted leg, busted ankle. No matter what report you read, none of us are doctors. All I have to say is good on Carson Hocevar.
Okay, I agree on that.
Hold on, Corey, but I do play a doctor on television, so I just want to throw that.
Jesus, you play a doctor on television.
And here I thought I saw you on The View last week.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, you've never seen.
Okay, what
you
the
never
hell
seen
did I just
show,
miss?
bro? Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the man who points professional athletes in the right direction. When I say, I don't feel like doing it, but go see this guy, he'll take care of you. Go see that guy, go see that lady. I'm responsible for so many athletes bouncing back. It's ridiculous.
He's got Dr. James Andrews down there in Birmingham on speed dial. See? My man.
There you go.
What did I just miss?
One of the greatest doctors of all time.
Oh, absolutely. He's put back together so many athletes. You're absolutely right. Jordan, what did you miss? Carson Hocevar getting out of the car at lap 10 rather than the stage break, and we're kind of breaking it down. We don't know what kind of pain that Carson was in, and he chose to pull in lap 10 and say, I've had enough. I'm done. We're not going to do well. I'm not going to do well. I got to get out of this truck. And then, of course, Tori told us he's not a doctor, but he plays one on TV.
In my honest opinion, I feel like Christopher should just set the entire race down. Let Suarez race the whole race for him.
You got to turn at least one lap for him to get points, though. I'm glad, and I'm actually very impressed he turned 10 laps.
Yeah.
At a very demanding road course, absolutely. Good on him. I gained so much respect for Hocevar during this race.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll go straight to the top 10 and notables. We'll go to the happies and sad, and then we'll go to the cup. Unfortunately, Kyle Busch is your winner. Zane Smith was second. Ty Majeski was third. Ross Chastain fourth, and Chandler Smith came home in fifth. Daniel Suarez, subbing for Carson Hocevar, came in sixth. Parker Kligerman was seventh. John Hunter Nemechek was eighth. Tyler Ankrum ninth, and Matt DiBenedetto came home with a top 10 finish. Your other notables, Grant Enfinger was 11th. Harrison Burton was 12th. Kaz Gralla, 14th. Austin Dillon was 17th, Ben Rhodes, 18th. Todd Bodine, 20th. Spencer Boyd, 23rd. Not going to mention 25th because he's got the dumbest name ever, and his parents should be slapped.
Yes.
27th was Derek Krause. Alex Bowman came in 29th. Stuart Friesen, 31st. Haley Deegan, 32nd. Jade Buford, 33rd. Matt Crafton, 34th. Christian Eckes, 35th. And all the way down in the BJ McLeod position was Stephen Parsons. So since he had so much to say about this race, Corey, we're going to start out with you. Give me your happy and sad from the truck race.
All right, so my happy, I'm going to go with Ty Majeski finishing in third, and I think this is going to be one that hopefully can get his first win before the playoffs start coming up at the end of July. Yes, guys, the Truck Series playoffs start end of July, Indianapolis Raceway Park. But other than that, good run for that 66 team. And my sad would definitely have to go to Stuart Friesen because I was hoping that, after he ran well at Coda, he was going to bounce back and run good at Sonoma, then gets caught up in a wreck, and rest is history and so forth. But, however, we're going to a dirt track coming up on Saturday, and I'm hoping Mr. Stuart Friesen can win the race this weekend.
Might be a good deal. Jordan, what do you got? Happy and sad. Jordan?
Corey.
So I had to.
It's funny that all three of us, Jordan.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Go a trip. So my happy has to be Ty Majeski finishing third, and my sad is all the way down there in 32nd position. What in the world? Haley Deegan, all the way down there in 32nd.
Yeah, Haley Deegan. Okay.
All right, Tori, you're up.
Wow. Honestly, I don't know because I didn't see it. So I don't have a happy or sad. I just have a middle of the line question. I might have missed something. Is it we're mad at Kyle because he's a Cup Series driver and he has no reason to drive in the truck?
No, because he always goes there and beats up on everybody.
That's not quite it. It's that he's a past two-time champion, and once you win, look, it would be easy if Aaron Judge decided, you know what, I've had enough of the Yankees. I'm going to go down to Double-A and beat the shit out of everybody down there. That's what this is about. That is exactly what this is about. Kyle Busch has no business being in the lower level. You're a champion.
Yeah.
Act like it. Drive like it. Go forward. That's all I've got.
Okay, so all right.
All right, totally, so I'll give you happy and sad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I said I totally understand that. And actually, I totally agree now. Now I see what it is. And just to go off script, I totally fucking agree with you guys. Once you win the big dance, why should you go down? You need an ego boost. What is it? But go ahead, bro.
You're talking about Kyle Busch. He needs everything to stroke his ego. He buys his wife new boobs every 2 weeks. Jesus Christ. Are we really going to have this conversation? You know what? Fuck Kyle Busch. I'm done. My happy this week is going to go to Matt DiBenedetto, another top 10 finish, making his statement in the trucks. We talked about this at the top of the season, and it's coming true. The more top 10s, that win is coming. My sad is going to go to Christian Eckes, involved in an accident really early on and finished 35th. And I'm done talking about the trucks. So right now, Jordan wants to lead a particular segment about a particular driver who definitely deserves all the respect in the world.
Yeah.
Jordan, it's your show. Do your thing.
All right. So I've been waiting to do this for a very, very long time. I seen this kid race at Columbus Motor Speedway in the Canaan Prone Series in 2015, dominate the whole race. Met the guy, Daniel Suarez, the amigo, finally, and I mean finally, gets the long-awaited freshman. I don't care how he did it. I don't care, but he's held that wheel off, and he led that until he led the rest of that race. Won the damn thing. Daniel Suarez, I tell you what, finally. And I've been waiting to do it for a long time. And, and it's good to see I have Mexicans in my family. So not only is this a special win for me, but it's also a special win for them. So the Amigo is finally in NASCAR Cup Victory Lane.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the things that – okay, I'm sorry. You're still going, Jordan. My bad.
And the Taco Pinata, perfect example. You got Watermelon Man,
awesome.
and now you got Taco Man.
Yeah.
One of the things that impressed me with this race was once Suarez got out in the lead, and write this down, guys. Let me get the date. Wednesday, June 15th of the year of our Lord, 2022. I'm going to say something nice about Jimmy Johnson. When Suarez got in the lead, and you could hear his spotter in his ear, just drive safely. You have nobody to beat. They have to beat you, Daniel. Just drive smooth. And he did exactly that. And to watch his lead grow from a half second to a second to 2 seconds to 3 seconds, Daniel Suarez never lost control. Look at those beautiful pictures.
Yeah.
Daniel Suarez ran that race as perfect as anyone I've ever seen drive a road course race since Jimmy Johnson or Jeff Gordon or Rusty Wallace. He was in control. Once he got the lead, he was in control, and he ran the track. He raced the track, not the other drivers. That is what impressed me the most, and I couldn't think of a nicer guy, a better guy. Daniel Suarez, congratulations, feliz cumpleaños. I don't know a lot of Spanish. Burrito Supreme, whatever. Congratulations to Daniel Suarez. Absolutely. Tori, you got to turn on your microphone before you talk to us.
Okay, first of all, come here, man. Come here, bro. Come here. I was talking to my boy right here. You know what I'm saying? No, look.
Oh, you on the phone?
No, this is our podcast, man.
What up?
Hey, what's going on?
I told you we do this every week. Every Wednesday, I'm talking. That's what I'm doing.
I thought you was on the phone.
No, every Wednesday we're doing this.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, what's going on? Yeah.
They can hear you, but you can't hear me.
Yeah, I can't hear a fucking thing they saying. Hold on.
You put it in here. Yeah, go ahead.
What up, brother man?
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm fucking good. I'm great.
So, Tori,
Yeah.
you're talking to your man. What are you guys talking about? I gotta know.
We were talking about Wednesday nights here is D&D night, Dungeons and Dragons. He was about to order drinking 2 more beers, then the other group was getting up. He's like, "Well, fuck it, give me an Angry Orchard. I'll chug that bitch."
Yeah, I mean,
My man. Good job.
what's up?
Hell yeah, but yeah.
Grab yourself a man beer and work forward.
Wow. He's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's like 6 Miller
6
Lights
Millers.
in.
This is my third.
This is his 3rd Orchard. Yeah, he's 9 beers in. Yeah, he was about to be real.
Not counting the ones I fucking drank before I got here.
I already like him. I already like him.
See, I told you guys to come down here, man. Trust me.
If you're paying for it, I'm on my way.
Oh wow.
Where are you at?
Let's see. Hold on. He's in Connecticut. He's
That is
in
actually
Ohio.
fucked up, considering-
And Corey is, don't say nothing, Corey. Corey's in Boston.
Close.
There we go.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I'm actually I'm only like 20 minutes from Boston, but
he's
but
in
yeah.
Boston. He's in
Yeah,
Boston.
he's in Boston.
Born and raised. Game 6 tomorrow
Born and
night.
raised.
Yes,
Hold on,
sir.
say it one more time.
Born and raised. And hey,
Yes, sir.
Game 6
man.
tomorrow night. Yeah.
Go
Yes,
Celtics.
sir.
Hey, hell yeah, I'm pulling for the fucking Celtics. Hey, what's that white boy's name? He's like Russian or some shit.
Oh, what's his name?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
Hayward?
Corey, that's on you, bro.
Look at my
I don't even know like what Russian player on the Celtics player is. You know?
He might not be Russian, man. He might be German or
I
something.
don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, dude, I literally been watching the finals like the first 6 games, and all I can just say is, bro, we have to win this game tomorrow. We have to. You know, if we want to force a game 7, yeah, if we want to win tomorrow, we gotta go there, and we have to play the shit out of the Warriors. So.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. But anyways, you know, it's a must-win game, and of course, it's in Boston tomorrow night. And hey, hopefully, we can get Dave Portnoy to heckle Draymond Green even more. You know,
Can we get back to the subject at
Oh,
hand,
sorry.
or are you guys gonna still try? Are you gonna try to kill me slowly?
yes, ma'am.
It's all
I
right.
like him. I like him.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
All right, my brother.
That's my
Hey, y'all
man.
follow me on TikTok. Palmer Kelly, one word.
Yeah.
All right.
My man.
Look, I got
Oh, my
20,000.
God.
I got 20,000, man.
That's my,
I'm trying to get it 25. Y'all follow
right.
me on TikTok, man. Palmer Kelly, one word. Fuck with it.
Chris, follow him on
That's
TikTok.
Yeah, let me see.
Yes, sir.
that's
Go
my
ahead,
spirit
put that right
animal. That's my spirit animal right there.
Jesus.
I'm done. I quit. You bring him on the
Hey.
show. I can't do this.
Hey, you invited them on, so.
That was awesome.
What was the original question for you?
Daniel Suarez.
Okay. I have nothing to say. Congratulations that he won. You already know who I was pulling for, even though I didn't see it. But that's just about it. Sorry, because my boy just took everything from me.
That's all right. Your boy is fantastic. Let's see. My mom is from Massachusetts. I'm going for the Boston Celtics. Thank you, Caleb. Caleb also says his mom, Donna, talks to Derek Cope all the time. Love to see if I can get the winner of the Daytona 500 from 1990 on the show. Caleb, if you can do that, you're a made man. I won't stand behind you. I won't stand on the side of you. I will stand in front of you and protect you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Again, the fifth, if I'm doing my math correctly, fifth foreign-born driver to win on the Cup Series.
Yep.
His first win ever. And we've been talking about Daniel Suarez for weeks. He's creeping. He's so close. And then something bad happens. This is the week where everybody sitting on their couch, no matter what number you wear on your shirt or your hat, was like, come on, Daniel, you can do this. Come on, you can win. And there he is right there in the picture with the flag. I love the flag that said, was it Primero Uno, first time winner? That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they've been holding that flag for, but good on them. And there's the celebration. The only thing that could have made this better was if he'd have brought all those Daniel's amigos out of turn one.
Yeah.
The red shirt guys, and brought them guys and girls, and brought them down onto victory lane with him, because they showed them, if you remember, like every couple laps, they're like, there's Derek's amigos. There's Derek's amigos. I had so much fun watching that. I'm like, I'm Derek's amigo. Why is nobody looking at me? But because he's on my fantasy team. Ta-da! So, yes, Terry's right. The taco was the best. Especially he punched the hole through it and all the candy fell out. And it was like Tony Stewart said it best. I'd rather eat the candy than a dirty-ass watermelon.
Yep, I agree on that one.
But hey, you know what? Everybody's got their little shtick. Kyle Busch does the bow. Carl Edwards did the flip. Ross Chastain has the watermelon. And now I look forward to seeing more and more taco pinatas every single freaking week. That was so cool. I couldn't be happier for Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier even more.
And the race was good too. I mean, some of those restarts where they're going up the hill and they're 3 or 4 wide. Mercy, mercy, mercy me is back. And Terry said it best. The fact that it was in front of the car when he was doing his burnout, it fell off the hood. And they're like, what the hell's in front of his car? It's the taco pinata. I got to give it to him. And look, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's written an article. I haven't seen it yet. Who's going to say, oh, look, they're making fun of Mexican folks. A Mexican guy won the race, had a piñata out there. It's not cultural appropriation. It's where he's from. This was what he wanted. So for all you woke folk, eat shit.
Yeah. But honestly,
this is why I can't be president.
Right. But honestly, I will say this. I thought the race on Sunday was pretty good.
Hey, Tori, can I get that credit card number? Tori, I want that credit card number. I saw you. You had a credit card in your hand. Can I get the number?
But unlike the people in Washington, D.C., I can't be bought.
Good call. I'll put my pen down.
Yeah.
Corey, you're making a point.
All right. So I thought the race on Sunday was fun to watch. And the one thing I kind of learned was that I will say with this new car racing on the road courses, it was pretty fun to watch. I mean, we saw what happened, at COTA with, the battle between AJ Allmendinger and Ross Chastain. And I would say, in this one, Daniel Suarez pretty much dominated like the second half, didn't really surprise and all that stuff. But if you guys look at the results, I mean, if you see here, Chris Buescher and Michael McDowell ran in the top 5 most of the day. That was the one thing I was really surprised about. And I thought to myself, we've never seen Michael McDowell and Chris Buescher run in the top 5 almost every week. And then given the fact that Chris Buescher, this is his first race back after he had COVID a week ago, and then comes back and finishes runner-up, I thought that was really impressive too. And now you have Daniel Suarez who wins the race, which of course now that's our 12th different winner. And if you think about it, now we only need about 4 more different winners, to get to 16. And quite honestly, I think we're possibly going to get to 16 before we get to Daytona, or either that, it's probably going to be, we're going to be close to 16. We might be maybe 1 winner short, but who knows? I mean, with this new car, there's going to be a lot of surprises coming in from now until we get to Daytona at the end of August. And I'm going to end this on my last one. So Trackhouse Racing this year has been pretty much the team that has been surprising me all year. And of course, with 3 wins, 2 with Ross Chastain and 1 with Daniel Suarez, expect to see this team to win more from now until we get to the end of the season. So, and quite honestly, I would not be surprised if we see either Daniel Suarez or most likely Ross Chastain that makes the championship 4.
That's a fantastic point. I can't disagree. Jordan, what do you got? And if Miss Mercy wants to make a point, Miss Mercy has the open microphone. Jordan.
Well, I keep trying to tell Jordan, man, he actually has the capability to pick winners because those kids, you need to look at their reactions when you mention particular drivers.
Yeah, because if you look at his fantasy team, it's a bunch of bums.
Hey, you're a bum.
Ooh.
So I've heard. You ain't hurting
Corey,
me.
you're a bum too.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up, dude.
You should have seen the sign outside the golden banana he held up. He said, "We'll dance for food."
Shut up.
Well, if you look like Vince Russo, I can understand why.
Anyway,
I did that one night. Oh my God.
Thoughts on the race, Jordan? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Well, I watched the remaining 45 laps while I was at work at Donato's Pizza, and I tell you what, that was the best 45 laps I've ever seen at a road course race. Awesome. Yeah. Hell. And when AJ spun out, I said, great, here goes Suarez's win. Caution doesn't come out, I said, buddy, you got this. Just keep it going.
Okay, fair enough.
So, out of that
wherever,
45 laps that I've seen,
Yep.
laps that I've seen, this new car, beautiful on these road courses.
And allow me to bring up a point. So far on the road courses, these cars have been phenomenal. On the ovals, there's been big problems. This car, this body style, the wheels, everything works better on the road courses than they do
like a sports car.
Exactly. There's nothing else I can say. Terry, love the comment. Trackhouse Racing signs their paychecks because they only sign paychecks for winners. Speaking of which, anybody know where Bubba Wallace finished this weekend?
Dead ass last.
Damn right, in the BJ McLeod position. Before
you should call it the Bubba Wallace position at this point.
I can't do that. Nope.
I know.
Not until he gets as many last places as BJ McLeod, which that's a lot. What was it before that? It was a Jeff Green position, right?
Yeah, it was Jeff Green. Yeah.
Stop chewing on that straw, asshole.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Wow.
Again,
he's trying to
figure out what's some dirt to do.
Tori, do you have anything? I know you're cooking. I know you're doing your job, bro. But you got anything to add in regard to the race this weekend? Chicken and corn. He's gone. We'll get his thoughts after the fact. So here it comes. We already heard it. Daniel Suarez comes home in first place. Chris Buescher, second place. Michael McDowell, third. Kevin Harvick, fourth. And Austin Cindric accidentally finds his way into the top 5. Ryan Blaney was 6th. Ross Chastain was 7th. Chase Elliott was 8th. William Byron 9th. And Brad Keselowski rounds out your top 10. Your other notables, Justin Haley was 12th. Eric Almirola, 14th. Kyle Larson, 15th. Joey Logano, 17th. Kurt Busch, 18th. AJ Allmendinger was 19th. Cole Custer, 21st. Ty Dillon, 23rd. Recky Spinhouse Jr., 25th. Martin Truex Jr., 26th. Going down the list, Kyle Busch. Oh, that might be my happy. Finishing in 30th. Denny Hamlin, 31st. Cody Ware. Finished in 32nd. Corey LaJoie, 34th. Tyler Reddick, 35th. And all the way down in the BJ McLeod position was Bubba Wallace. Before we get into happy and sad, Tori, if you're available, love to hear what you thought about this weekend's race.
From the highlights I saw, man, because Sundays is just for the kids. It was actually a pretty good race, but honestly, highlights don't justify what I actually need to see. So kind of sort of as last week I pretty much set my DVR, but you already know what I think about it. My boy did not win. And am I boring you, Corey? Am I boring you?
No, you're not boring me. I'm on fire tonight. I don't know why.
No.
I had to do
Corey,
that.
Corey is on fire tonight.
What?
You're kind of
I had to do that. I had to do that.
I'm
man.
the weak one. Yeah.
But
you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Overall, I thought it was a good race from the highlights.
I'm gonna stop.
Oh wow!
What happened?
I don't even know what just happened.
I'm leading. But to answer your question though, Chris, I think it was overall a pretty good race. Certain things could have happened in my favorite, my team. But hey, I'll take it the way it was though.
All right. Well, we're gonna get happies and sads, and I'll start with Jordan, who is wearing his fantastic WNBA jersey because eventually he's going to transition and play in the WNBA. So
no, I only wore this because of what Tori said today. If it wasn't for the Olympic women's team, dream team, there'd be no WNBA today.
96.
96.
Yep.
Absolutely. I got to give him mad credit. That's fantastic.
Now,
all right, Jordan, you're on the hook. Come on, happy and sad.
I'm kind of gonna break a rule. I don't have a sad this week. I have 2 happies. Suarez,
okay,
winner. Cindric, 5th place.
Fair enough. You get to every now and again you can break the rules. It's not like you're Corey who breaks the rules every week. But Corey, speaking of which, happy and sad, my man.
All right. My happy, I'm going to go with Chris Buescher, who finished runner-up, and the fact that I did not expect him to be a good road racer, but to finish as runner-up after he had a week of COVID, good run for him. And then my sad for this weekend, even though Bubba Wallace was the only driver that was out of the race, I would probably just say, my sad would have to go to Kevin Harvick. I mean, he had a good car at the end, thought he was going to win the race, then that bad pit stop right at the end, and then he cussed out at his crew members. That's probably the only sad I would probably give him this week.
Oh, I'm gonna piggyback that just a little bit because originally, had Daniel Suarez not won, Harvick would have been my happy. Great run, 4th place finish. But even with the bad pit stop, I don't think Harvick had the sauce to get all the way to the front in 1st place. That's me. Look, I'm wearing the shirt. I got the flag. I'm not stooping here. But my happy is going to go to Daniel Suarez. My sad is going to go to Tyler Reddick, running real good and then gets into some trouble. Sorry, it broke my heart, but it is what it is. And if Tori could come back to the water, he would be afraid to get out of the water. There we go.
First of all, I'm not the stereotypical African American. I love swimming.
No. Okay, this is an old inside joke between me and Corey.
Oh, no.
Corey does not like the song.
Hold on. I was just joking.
Corey does not like the song "Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini."
Yeah, I remember that.
Because he's teeny weeny, that's why.
I'm not getting this. No. Okay. My happy and sad. Actually, I already gave it to you guys.
Yeah, you kind of did. Okay. Now comes the real happy and the sad. The championship leader remains the championship leader. However, second place has gained some points, and the other two guys, well, they kind of exist. So, Tori, your team this week, Kyle Larson got you 32 points. Chase Elliott got you 29 points. Eric Almirola came home with 38, and Cole Custer with 16, giving you a weekly total of 115. Your running total as of now, you are still in the lead, 1,622.
Okay.
My team, Kevin Harvick got me 39 points. Joey Logano got me 39 points. Tyler Reddick came home with just 2 points, but the eventual winner of the race, Daniel Suarez, gave me 47 points for a weekly total of 127. My total right now is 1,504 points. I picked up 12 points on Tori. Corey Hofnagel.
Yes.
Probably the most consistent week, but not the top point-getting week. You were 3rd in the points for the week. Justin Haley got you 32 points. William Byron got you 28. Austin Dillon got you 26. And Chase Briscoe got you 24. That's a total of 110. Your running total as of now, 1,415. You dropped 5 points behind, 5 more points to the leader. Right. And then there's Jordan. Jordan, you got to drop somebody this week. I'm telling you right now, you got to pick somebody because Corey LaJoie got you 3 points. Yeah, I said that, 3. That's one more than Tyler Reddick got me. Brad Keselowski, however, got you 27, Ross Chastain 30, and Eric Jones got you 15 for a weekly total of 75. Your running total is 1,364, which you lost 40 points to the leader. Now, guys, this was race 18. This is the time where we drop a driver and add a driver should we want to. So the question is, we're going to start with Jordan, bottom of the list. No offense, I'm not picking on you. Do you want to drop a driver and add a driver?
Well, I'm going to drop a driver, all right.
All right, let's see who it is.
Oh, God.
I already know who he's going to drop.
I'm
guessing his name rhymes. I'm guessing his name rhymes with a joy.
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy, even better. So what's the story
I'm
here?
gonna drop Corey LaJoy.
You're gonna drop Corey LaJoy. Now I gotta
Getting
find
ready.
Corey LaJoy in the points.
Yep.
Corey
now
LaJoy
that's
currently sits in 31st. So you have from 21st all the way down. So let me give you a really brief rundown of the available drivers. Are you ready? From 21st back, your
C.
choices are Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Recky Spinhouse, Bubba Wallace, Ty Dillon, Harrison Burton. You already have Brad Keselowski, Cody Ware, BJ McLeod, and a bunch of other bums.
Wow.
Give me Hamlin.
All right, so dropping
At
LaJoy,
least I have a better chance of getting points.
taking Hamlin. That was the best comment ever, Jordan. All right, moving to Corey. Corey, are you dropping a driver?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one.
Who are you going to drop?
So I
mine?
am thinking. Shut up. I am thinking about. I'm thinking about dropping Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon. Okay, let's
Yeah.
find Austin Dillon in the points. Give me a second.
Yep.
Austin Dillon currently sits 15th, so you have 11th through 20th.
Yep.
Your available drivers are not many. Let's see. No. So basically, your available drivers are Kurt Busch and Michael McDowell.
Give me Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch. All
The
right.
Outlaw.
All right. I like it. All right. So I have Harvick, Logano, Reddick, and Suarez. I am going to say I'm happy where I am. I'm not dropping. I'm not adding. I am good. Tori, are you dropping and adding?
If you guys haven't figured it out by now, I picked 4 at the beginning, and I'm gonna rob those 4 to the end.
All right. I got you. The only reason I took Kyle Busch in the beginning was to get some points, and now I got my points, and I'm done with him. He can go screw himself sideways. I'm good.
Wow. If you don't sound like a general manager right now.
I'm going full Steinbrenner. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Give me what I want. You give me what I want, and then I'm gonna drop your ass.
Yeah,
It's that simple. Okay, so real quick, Corey and Jordan both dropped a driver and added a driver. So Jordan, your new lineup is Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Eric Jones. You have 9 more races before we can drop and drag. Now, after that, we're going to be in the heat of the playoffs. It's going to change how this goes, and that's the last time we can drag and drop. We can't do this again. Corey,
Right. Yeah.
your current team is Justin Haley, William Byron, Kurt Busch, and Chase Briscoe. And this is where we're going moving forward for the next 9 races.
Yep.
Tori and I are happy. I'm not happy with Tyler Reddick this week, but generally we keep moving forward. I keep adding points. I'm keep catching up to the medium show. I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not going out driving with Jeff Hardy, so everything is good.
Jeff.
So, gentlemen, we only have 1 race on the docket this weekend, which I believe is the truck dirt race.
Yeah.
Give me some quick thoughts before we close out tonight. Truck dirt race this weekend.
It should be
Incorrect.
exciting.
We also have SRX starting this weekend.
Yes, and Corey and I will both be in Stafford on July 2nd. We're going to hang out a little bit with Joey Ternullo during before or after the modified race. And then we are going to be in Stafford Motor Speedway for the full-on SRX. Look for us on TV. We're going to try to bring something that says the Speedway Review.
Okay.
And
All right.
hopefully Corey won't get drunk and go to the titty bar.
Well, I don't know that many titty bars in Connecticut, but we all know which titty bars we're going to.
I do.
I know you know, but I don't. So.
All good. And that's not the night to do it because I'm gonna have a friend of the show, Billy Bingham, with me. So if I took him to the nudie bar,
Is he coming to the SRX race or no?
Yes, indeed.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So if I took Billy to the nudie bar, his wife would have me in the backyard and let the goats eat me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. But but other than that, I would say for me, the truck race at Knoxville on Saturday should be fun to watch. I'm hoping Stuart Friesen wins the race, and hopefully, unlike last year, we don't end up seeing the race as a complete junkyard and a complete wreck fest like we saw a year ago. But come on, it's dirt racing, so it might be different. It might be the same. You never know, but it should be a fun race without a doubt. And I'm also looking forward to the SRX race on Saturday. And, of course, Jordan,
that's you.
Jordan.
What's up?
Jordan, don't forget, Sunday, Formula One is in Canada. First time in 2
Damn
years
right
since
it is.
COVID. Yeah, and honestly, I'm hoping
Go
either
Red
Max
Bull.
Verstappen, either my drivers, Max Verstappen or Sergio Perez wins on Saturday. And I gotta tell you, I'm having so much fun watching this Formula One season, and I cannot wait to watch most of the races from start to finish, and can't wait to see the championship race as well. And again, I got a lot to learn, but hey, it's a lot of fun,
Corey.
watching these cars race around the world and so forth. What's up?
Corey, look, Charles Leclerc has
listening.
won the pole, and
Yeah,
Charles Leclerc has won a pole almost every
and he's
single
impressed me
weekend.
so far.
Max
He's
Yep.
Go ahead.
And Max in the race is either won by Max Verstappen or Sergio Perez. So Red Bull's taking the championship this year, regardless. And
He's been riding.
Sebastian
He's been riding that for a while, guys.
Yep. And listen to this: Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton are 15th and 16th in the standings.
That's a big surprise.
I know who's going to win the race in Canada on Saturday.
Who?
Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
Bob Backlund.
Yeah. Bob Backlund.
All right. Can you bring up a comment? And I'm going to find this out in about 13 minutes when we're done. Terry says, I need something from the SRX race. Hint, hint.
Bless you.
Not sure, but
Bless
whatever it is, I'll hunt it down for you. You know that. You know I'll go to the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
But
I'm guessing they'll probably have a merch store out there.
I would love to see that. I really would. This is the second year they're doing it. The SRX series last year was so much fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to being in the stands for the first time this year
Me
for
too.
SRX. And talking about that, and I don't know much about Verstappen although his father Joseph was a subject of crime in sports. If you've not listened to that podcast, look it up. Joseph Verstappen was an asshole. Having said that, this weekend is going to be kind of quiet. So when we come back next Wednesday, we're going to either need a guest or we're going to need something to talk about going forward. Oh, he's got me.
Nope, I got you.
What do you got?
Let me see if I can bring in. I'm not telling you.
Look at that.
I told you when we got Eckes, you need to tell me shit so I can have some forward time to do some research.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm gonna see if I can't get Oh hell, who the hell was it?
Stuart Friesen?
Bob Backlund?
Stephen Parsons.
Andre the Giant.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Okay, all right. Hey, Stephen Parsons, the son of Phil Parsons. I be in.
That's right. The number 10 Chenelot car.
Corey?
Yo.
Oh, and Corey, for you, my friend.
What's up?
The season's over. We'll get Jessica and Stuart on here.
Yeah. I cannot wait.
I talked to both of them.
Hey, when those two guys are on there, I'm gonna wear my Stuart Friesen shirt. I cannot wait. Yeah.
When that happens, I'll wear my Kiss T-shirt.
They're probably gonna be like,
One of 70.
They're probably gonna be like, who the hell is Kiss?
Who else?
I will slap the shit out of you come July 2nd. On that note, gentlemen, I had fun tonight. Thank you so much to Ryan Roulette, the gambler.
Yeah.
God, what a great nickname. He was so much fun. You guys are always fun. And Miss Mercy, listen, when you learn to talk, Miss Mercy, I want you on the show full time and tell your dad to kick rocks.
Yeah, for
He can
Oh,
produce. Dad can produce the show, but I think Miss Mercy would draw ratings. Look at that face.
oh shit.
Seriously,
look at
look at that face.
No. So
Did she fart?
I have some I have some breaking news out of the sports car world.
All right.
Corvette racing will no longer be allowed to compete at the Rolex 24 Hours of Le Mans in a GT class. The reason is, in the addition to confirming the factory teams such as Corvette Racing will not be permitted to compete in the GT class as of no more. I'm going to look this up. I will have more information about it on World of Auto Racing podcast next week.
All right.
So, okay. So, here's what it is. FIA ACO confirmed single Pro Am GT3 base class for 2024, which will also include Hendrick Motorsports for Le Mans next year. So I even forgot. But I'm gonna look into this and I'll have more information on it come Tuesday.
All right, last thing. And Jordan, got to figure it out. I'm pointing to you, and I'm pointing to me. And Tori, I don't know your status. I don't know much outside of the fact that you're funny, you can cook, and you like good music, guys. I'm putting a focus group together right here, guys. Happy Father's Day this weekend. Please enjoy your weekend. I don't care if you get socks. I don't care if you get a Rolls Royce. I don't care if you just get time with your children. Please enjoy this weekend. And those of you who your fathers have left us, God bless you. Please remember them, because we live in a world where right now fathers are marginalized and minimalized. There's nothing greater than a father's love for a child. Look at Jordan right now with his little baby right there. That, to me, that speaks the world. So to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. To all the guys that are playing father to a stepchild, happy Father's Day. Just please enjoy the day, embrace it, and let your children know. As much as this day is about you as a father, you couldn't be a father without those children. So let those children know how much you love them. Yes, Mercy, I'm talking to you. Knock it off. Don't make me come through this screen. I got to put on the smile because she's looking. Hi, how are you? I can't put on the Cletus face. No. Which, by the way, gentlemen, if you haven't listened to this week's Dysfunction Junction, Cletus made an appearance on Dysfunction Junction.
My man.
Yes, sir. I'll check it out when I get home.
All right. Gentlemen, as always, it's a pleasure. I will see you next Wednesday. And, keep hope alive. You are somebody.
Most definitely.
Except Jordan.